So I'm going to tell you guys exactly what's happening to XRP and where I think it's headed in the short term and for the end of the bull market. But to really understand what's going to happen to XRP or what could happen next, we have to look at Bitcoin because this is what pretty much every cryptocurrency follows. So this is where our technical analysis has to start off with. So you guys can see we've been pulling back quite a lot. And that's fine because look, we're in a bull market, but in no bull market did anything ever go up in a straight line. So this is normal. Now, you guys can see we have a lot of support over here. Check this out. We had this bullish engulfing candle and then sideways price action, which is a bullish flag, okay? So this is now going to be support, and you guys can see we did hit that level. Now, the reason I think we can still go a little bit lower potentially is because this is a bearish engulfing candle after this bear flag that we had over here. So I still think we can go a little bit lower, okay? Now, it's not worth shorting or selling, that's for sure, because it can also go the other direction. This could have just been manipulation. We don't know for sure. Now, if the price does go lower, then most likely it would reverse off this key level of support. It's not only an obvious level, but it's the 0.382 Fibonacci level. And a lot of institutional traders that I've learned how to trade from, they taught me that in technical analysis, this is the second most important Fibonacci level after the golden ratio, as you all know, the 618, okay? Now, if we were to actually go below this, I would be surprised, but for sure we're not going any lower than the 0.5 Fibonacci level, which is 98,500, okay? And again, the 0.3 over here, 0.382 would be $105,528, okay? So we have a little bit of downside on Bitcoin potentially a little more if we can get all the way down here. So that only, we can only wonder where XRP will go. Now, overall, you gotta notice how long we've been consolidating for. This is a lot of consolidation, and eventually, XRP will blow up, right? But the question is, before we get into that, what's gonna happen in the short term? Now, we do have a bull flag over here, right? We have lower highs, sideways lows. These usually break above and go higher, but if Bitcoin does go lower, right? If it only hits the 382 level, which is not too far away, then it's possible that we break through and then just fake out, go back up. Or maybe we pierce through and then we go back up. But if Bitcoin actually goes down to this 0.5 Fibonacci level, then it's always possible that XRP actually goes much lower. I'm talking maybe somewhere over here, okay? Or potentially even a little bit lower, maybe where we have this consolidation. I think it's even possible that we go all the way down to this trend. For sure, we wouldn't go any lower than that though, okay? Now, that's just the short term, right? Now, if Bitcoin does start going up now, we wouldn't need to go down. We can just break above and continue higher, which I think is still a possibility, okay? Either way, these things are going to go up. It's just a matter of is it now or are they going to dip a little bit more before going up? That's the only question. Now, how much upside do we have on XRP? Honestly, when you look at this technical pattern over here, if you were to draw a line from the top to the very, very bottom right here, and you were to drag it to wherever the breakout is, our short-term target would be around, $3.88, close to $4. But that's just for the short-term move. Realistically, I think that XRP is probably going to hit like $6 with the next move up when you consider all of this consolidation. So it's most likely going to go all the way up to $6, okay, before we start consolidating again for another 5-6 months like we did over here, like how we did on Bitcoin ever since we had this massive move up here or this massive move up here. So you can see in this cycle, in 2025 and 2024, Bitcoin and crypto has been moving in a different way. They've been moving like they've matured a lot more, right? And when things have matured, this is actually how they move. When they haven't matured, they just go up. Little to no consolidation. But now Bitcoin has matured a lot since the last cycle, and now it's moving like this, right? And XRP is doing the same thing because it is a big market cap. For the smaller market caps, I don't think we'll have consolidations like this as much. We'll probably just hit all-time highs super quickly when it's time. But for the big market caps, this is how they're most likely going to be moving now. Okay, now for the end of the bull market, I think XRP is going to hit anywhere from 8 to 11, maybe even $12. Okay, most likely $11, but I'm going to do a range from 8 to 12. Okay, so we have a ton of upside. I'm personally not buying any more XRP because I bought it at 60 cents. And for me, this is more of a hold. I would rather buy other altcoins to make money, right? Because there's more upside on other altcoins, less downside on other altcoins, and there's safer plays, believe it or not. And if you guys want to know about those coins and all these other plays, give me a follow because, I post and I go live every day. And if you guys want my trade alerts and investing alerts for free, comment W and I'll send it right over.